before
Yeah.
you talked about the diplomacy that you guys are pursuing, but Acting Deputy Secretary Nuland was there. That meeting went rather poorly. And I'm looking at headlines saying West African Army chiefs will meet in Ghana to prepare for possible military intervention. So can you talk a little bit about or explain what kind of diplomatic avenue is left that U.S. is pursuing right now?
We continue to work with ECOWAS, with the African Union, with other partners around the world, as well as regional partners, to get this situation back on track and to maintain Niger's hard-earned democracy. The Secretary, as you all know, has had the opportunity to speak with ECOWAS leadership. He's obviously had the opportunity to speak with President Bazoum a number of times. Others in this department have had the opportunity to engage. We continue to want to see a diplomatic resolution to this. That's something we know that is shared by ECOWAS and other regional partners, and that's something that we're going to continue to work towards. I don't have a specific metric to offer you than beyond to say that this is something that we continue to believe is an avenue. And we will continue to work towards that.
What about that window that we've talked about in the past few weeks about, the window of opportunity to try to reverse this? Is it how open it is or are you guys less hopeful?
We continue to believe that that window is open, but of course, Humaira, every day, every minute that President Bazoum and his family continue to be detained, and every day that Niger's hard-earned democracy is not respected, that window closes a little bit, and that is why we're so actively engaged in this, and why we're hoping to find a diplomatic resolution.
Right, and finally, is there specifically on this meeting between West African Army chiefs that's going to happen Thursday, Friday? Do you guys have any specific plans to engage with them and ECOWAS afterwards? To sort of get some sort of a briefing, perhaps, or be involved in the process?
I will say I don't have anything to offer on specifics as it relates to that meeting. But what I will say is that we are in constant touch with ECOWAS and ECOWAS leadership, and we anticipate to remain deeply engaged in this through ECOWAS, through the African Union, and through, of course, our mission in Niamey as well. You had a fault. Go ahead. Yeah.
I understand that given the nature of how President Bazoum was unseated, it makes it very complicated for the U.S. to express any kind of optimism for the current government. But the U.S. obviously has very significant national security interests in Niger, and so I'm wondering, absent any kind of dramatic change in the situation, would the U.S. be potentially open to some sort of constructive alliance with the coup leaders, for lack of any better options, just given U.S. national security interests?
Vivian, we have been incredibly clear throughout the duration of this about the two outcomes that we would like to see. And that is, first, we want to see and ensure that President Bazoum and his family are kept safe. We want to see them released. And we want to see the hard-earned democracy of Niger respected. And that continues to be our point of view and what we are calling for in our engagements, and it's a point of view that we know is shared by ECOWAS and the African Union as well. Probably only do a couple more. Go ahead, Shaheen Saab.
Thank you so much, from Airway News Pakistan. So Pakistani authorities recently highlighted concerns over the $7 billion of military equipment left in Afghanistan. Pakistani ambassador in Washington, D.C., Masood Khan, claimed that this military equipment now being used against Pakistan by TTP, Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, and